All right. Can you please confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen and it has started recording as well.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Technology. All right. Okay, let's start. I think we're ready to start. Sorry, guys, for the delay. Technology. I am Atengo Sisigene, one of the lecturers for this module. We're going to focus on digital communication in a specialized field of organizational communication. All right, just as a question, I wanted to use the chat box to answer this question, just for us to understand what is digital communication and which channels are described as digital communication channels. So when you talk about digital communication channels, which channels do we consider them as channels that can be used as digital communication channels? So just use the chat box to answer this question: what is digital communication and which channels are considered as digital communication channels? All right, let's start.
Sorry, sir,
For this
just
for this
to
learning
just
Sorry,
unit,
sir. Sorry to
sorry.
disturb you. I think the chat box has been disabled because I can't seem to. It says chat isn't available. The chat meeting, only members of the team have access to the chat.
Is it? Okay, now it's fine then. Let's just continue with the class because we don't have time.
Okay.
Sorry about that. For this learning unit, after working through this unit, at the end of this study unit, you must be able to identify practical of digital communication in a various specialization areas of organizational communication, and secondly, discuss the special application of digital communication in these various specialization areas of organizational communication. But what is digital communication? It is also known as online communication or online organizational communication, which refers to communication through various online communication channels. In the context of an organization, it is the process by which people in the organization talk to each other, connect, work together, and use to send or receive any kind of information over the internet using the communication channels. Digital communication channel is in the workplace has many benefits for organizations. So we use digital communication channel communication for us to communicate, to connect, to collaborate, and to share information within the organization. How can we use that? We use a system called computer mediated communication, CMC, where two or more people talk to each other through computers and other devices. For example, instant messaging, like we use real-time communication, or we use computers or mobile devices to communicate. We also use video conferencing, which include like face-to-face online meetings. As we know that this we use like Teams or Skype or Zoom as a form of video conferencing channel. The third one is social media platforms. We use those for sharing information or networking. Those include like your TikTok trends, your YouTube or content creation. For example, now these days, people they use TikTok as like for interactive purposes, like get ready with me. We see people using TikTok for get ready and like showing us the outfit of the day in their everyday lives. All right, I don't know waste your time explaining what is like fourth and fifth industrial revolution, but the one thing I need to point out is the fifth industrial revolution. Now, times are evolving. We are evolving as people. We are using turn it in. We are using chatbots to communicate with other people. Meaning time now, we're using advanced tools like chatbots and virtual assistant to communicate with customers. Can you please mute your mic? Whoever has a mic on, can you please mute your mic? I can't see who's the mic on.
Sir, sorry to disturb you again, but it shows that the recording has stopped now.
Thank you so much.
It's still recording, sir.
Is it recording?
Yes, it's recording.
All right. Can you please mute our mics? Because I'm getting disturbed while I'm presenting the class if someone is open their mics.
Nonjabulo, please mute your mic.
Can you see my slide still?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Digital communication in the organization has evolved with the rise of 4IR and 5IR, using tools like chatbots and virtual assistant. ChatGPT launched in 2022 has transformed customer service by enabling like a 24/7 support and personalized interaction. It also integrated into social media and messaging apps to enhance online conversations. While AI make it e-communication faster and more efficient, there are some concern about accuracy, biasness, and ethics. As we move into 5IR, AI will work. We need to work alongside with digital communication platforms as human to improve communication, but critically thinking is a key when using these technologies. So we, as you know, that UNICEF says that you guys can use AI, but we need you to use AI in an ethical way, in a responsible way, so that it doesn't like take off your understanding or your understanding of the module. You need to be able to think for yourself, but using AI as. Can you please mute our mics, guys? All right. The impact of a new technology in organizational communication. New technologies have the force organization to adapt in order to survive. As consumers now have more power and access to information, organizations must change how they operate and communicate often to adjust their business models and encourage like a direct contact with their customers. So as we know that we're no longer in the 1970s where customers used to get information via like printed magazine or printed flyers. Now organizations they use real-time communication channels like digital communication channels. For example, for marketing communication, we use like voice search or shopping chatbots or real-time content. For PR, we use like emojis, hashtags, big data for communication, or for business communication, we use message tools, social media analytic, and more customer data. For advertising, we use AI in programmatic advertising, like fewer interruption, corporate communication, and digital tools like your storytelling and social media. What is online corporate communication? Online, now we're introducing to you guys like a new term, which is online reputation management. It is a most valuable asset, but managing it is challenging because it is influenced by various stakeholders. Online reputation management involve tracking responses to responding to mentions of a brand on a website or on social media to address negative false comments. For example, when it comes to UNISA, like the false narratives when it comes by UNISA, it doesn't like provide like good qualifications. UNISA students don't learn, UNISA students don't lie. But now as the university, we need to come up with strategies to counterattack those narratives. So to say that you can come to UNISA and get a good qualification as part of an online reputation management, which include like your social listening and social media monitoring. What is social listening? Is understanding customer needs and opinion to shape content or messaging and product development. Also, we use that as social media monitoring. Is to keep track of online discussion about the organization or industry. So organization it's very important that they know what's happening on social media, what people are saying about the organization on social media, and how can they improve as organization as far as social media is concerned. Since an organization's digital footprint is vast, ORM helps organizations to protect their image, to improve customer retention and stay ahead of their crisis in the digital world. I was trying just to explain what is social listening in a detailed way. It is a process of tracking online conversation about an organization, including mention or keywords, hashtag, brand, or topics. It helps organizations gather customer feedback and measure public sentiment to improve their product and services. Organizations use social media tools such as Hotsuite, Buffer, Balsamo, and Twitter to reach basically to monitor conversation, hashtag, and topics, to alert organizations about the mentions of their brand or competitors, also to report on a key insight from social media data. Lastly, to analyze sentiment, opinion to understand how people feel about their brand. So it's very important for organization to know what the organization or what the people are saying about the organization online, on Facebook, on Twitter, or on TikTok. So it's very important for organization to understand what people are saying about its image online. The second one is social media monitoring. What is social media monitoring? It focuses on short-term tracking of online conversation about an organization or industry. It helps organizations to monitor blogs, forums, review sites, and social media platforms like your Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. It to understand stakeholders' perception and provide like feedback to customers, to detect potential crisis early, or also to identify influencers for potential partnership. So we use tools like monitoring. We use monitoring tools like Google Alerts mentioned in social media mentioned to see what the people are saying about the organization online and how can we counter attack those narratives, whether they are bad or they are good. All right, yeah, I didn't want to be long when it comes to the content of the module. I want us to look at the assignment question. I know the question is the assignment is due today, so I need you to ask questions about the assignment so that you can get answers and questions when it comes to assignment. Question 2 is about you are watching the new Kia Sportage advert, which you can access via the link below. You need to answer the questions that follows. Identify and explain one building bulk of advertising that is duplicated in the KS Portage TV advert. And 2.2 is about explain the purpose of digital communication, the purpose of digital communication and for the and how does it affect the motor industry for 5 marks. So the question is 10 marks. So you need to be able to explain both questions in 5 marks. Technical presentation. In your assignment, you need to have to include your declaration form, table of content, and language and grammar, in-text reference, and source consultants. So these are very important for you to include in your assignment because they conclude like they have like five marks. Sorry, this it's not 10 marks. It's five marks of your total marks. So you need to make sure that you include this in your assignment so that you can get more marks and make sure that your work is presentable in a correct way. All right, thank you so much, guys. This is the end of the class. I will open now for questions and answers. If you have a question, this is your time to ask question, and then we can take your questions. All right, I'll open the floor. Palesa, your hand is up.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Can you hear
morning.
me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so I wanted to ask about question 2. There in the link of the Kia Sportage advert. If
Yes.
we took the information from the Kia Sportage advert, we have to list it in our reference, and we also have to text reference it since we got it
No, you
from the
don't have.
assignment.
No, you don't have to index reference the link.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
But we can list it in our sources consulted.
Yes, you can. You can. You have to list it as part of the sources that you get information from. Do we have another question about the assignment? Remember, the assignment is due today, and then you need to submit your assignment, and we cannot accept emailed question or assignment submissions. So if you miss the due date today, unfortunately, you won't be able to submit your assignment. Hilda?
Thank you, Say. Just for clarity, because with every module, the instruction is different. So on this particular assignment, are we compelled to write the introduction and conclusion, or after doing your table of contents, you get straight into the questions? Well, I have not done the intro and the conclusion because I wanted to be sure before submitting.
Okay, for a proper structure of the assignment, you need to have like an introduction and conclusion because you need to introduce us to the whole assignment. What is the assignment about? Which topics are going to be covered on the assignment? And it's also part of your marks for 10. You will get like 5 marks for doing that. So I feel like it's important for you to include the introduction and the conclusion in your assignment.
Thank you so much, Say. That's clear.
All right. Palesa?
Okay, again, sir, I forgot to ask you this question. Regarding the percentage of the team, when you are marking our script, are you going to exclude the declaration and the cover page? Because for me, with the declaration, the cover page, I got the highest, like I got 71% similarity. But when I got in and excluded it, I got 7% similarity. So I want to make sure if is it going to be excluded when you mark the script? Should I have to be worried?
No, on our side, when we receive your assignment and our marking, we're about to grade. Turning in like shows us a different report from what you see. It will show us where did you get the information from, and you copy and paste. Did you paraphrase? Which app did you use to paraphrase? So it's a different report when it comes to us, and we're able to see if you have copy which AI tools or So you don't have to worry about the grading form, because I know that there's 15,000 of you guys submitted the same form, so it's gonna highlight as copying. But on our side, it's easy for us to know. So we'll be able to see your form or table of content or your cover page. So we won't be penalized for that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. Peacemaker.
Sir, after the question here, I've already submitted my assignment.
Mm.
The steps I did not include introduction and conclusion and also table of content. So I want to know if I can edit and resubmit again before the closing date or the time drawn.
You are given like 3 attempts to submit the assignment, so you can resubmit your assignment.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, when you log into your system, student system, then see if you have the edit button, so that you can edit your assignment and resubmit again.
Okay, thank you.
Because I wanted to say that the student that they have left the assignments on draft, please don't leave your assignment on draft. Please make sure go back to your assignment and make sure that you've submitted and it says submitted. Because if you leave the assignment on draft, it won't mark it. So please go get back to your assignment and make sure that it's submitted and then say submit, not draft, for grading. Any other question? All right, in the absence of questions, I will close the class. Thank you guys for joining the class. And my apologies for the tech glitches in the beginning. Thank you, bye.